Let's continue refactoring Futurecam by starting with compile errors. Okay, this file is fixed, as is this and this. Let's see if we can close some of these tabs that are open. Invalid redeclaration of roughly equal. We have two of these. Okay, the 154. We'll just delete this. If the number of errors increases, we can see 153. Okay, a fewer error. No worse. Instance member current. Okay. So here we need to get the current mode object, and not the type but the mode. How do you do that? You ask the camera for the mode. I don't exactly like this, but we'll use it for now. Main controller, you ask it for the camera. Do we have this in main controller? Main controller, selected camera. Okay, but no, we are talking about the mode. Oh, it's private here. Okay. I don't want to break the encapsulation this way. So selected camera, oops, this should be lowercase. This is the camera selected by the user. Selected in the UI. So this will basically read the UI. If you see here, it will just read the toggles. Based on the toggles, it returns the correct one. So that can't be used. Here what we need is to find out the mode. Preferred camera for the current mode. Okay. Can I add an accessor where preferred camera for current mode? AV capture device, and then you return camera dot mode dot preferred camera. It's better than exposing the camera, violating encapsulation. Okay, this, I was going to say this compiles, but it doesn't. So let's look in the project. What's the thing called? Controls controller. We'll look at the changes to this file. The file is called controls controller, right? Yes, controls controller. Yeah, nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Oh man, everything is showing as a diff. I don't like this. So the function we are looking for is called update controls. No. Yeah, I don't know why I removed these. This should not even have been in this commit, because if you look at the change, Just prefix booleans by is and should. So let's go through all the diffs in this commit and verify that there are no other changes. This function show has been renamed to set technical info visible. Okay, is in process, comments. Yeah, this is clearly a unintended change that somehow snuck in, so we'll fix it. Controls controller before the accessor for preview view. Does it compile now? Yes, 149. Okay, here we are using it. Where's the division? In stop recording. Okay, I don't see. Oh, set image. Oh, it's being set to nil, so that doesn't matter. Never mind. So here we'll make that uint. So you should define parameter types based on what makes sense logically, not based on convenience. Referencing a buffered image multiplication operator. Okay, we are back to roughly equal to. What was the error? It was not here. Was it in? Okay, never mind. This is fine. Oh, more compile errors. Yeah, this should be dot focus rate. I'll just do this. Here there's an error. As we saw earlier, you should write is dot type. They are 145. Now I have hit command B and they're still 145. Great. Oh, it's at the end of the file, the reds. Oh, it's an ns notification dot name. Okay, 142. Okay, there's nothing else in this file. That's problematic. Yeah, roughly equal to. We deleted a roughly equal to because there were two of them. Where was that? Not here. This is the one we deleted. Oh, the other one we kept it, so it's fine. We need to search it this way. So in CI image, we have this. Let's see who is using it. So extents are CG rects, and in CI image you are using this to compare to CG rects. And in CI image also we are comparing it. Yeah, so this is the one that should be removed, and this is the one that should be discarded. Okay, no problem here. It was at 144, right? Now we are at 141. You're multiplying it with num frames taken, which is a uint. So now we have to look at the operator. It's file private. So now we should be down to 140. Oh no. Oh. I don't think you can do this. What? What did I type? I think my mind wandered. No, it's not an assistant. What is the thing called? Okay, factor float. Instead of changing the type, I changed the name. Great. Equal to factor, and here you need to call it float factor. Does this work? It probably won't work, this assignment. Yeah, this syntax has to be used. And you don't need to convert. So we have made this an int, and we don't need to use roughly equal to, you can just do a straight compare. Then you convert it to float, then you do it this way. You don't want to do the conversion here because this code runs on the GPU for every pixel, and you don't want to convert an int to a float 12 million times for each pixel in a 12 megapixel image. So you want to do it once. Okay, this is done. This is done. Cannot find delegate in scope. I think you have to ask the camera for the delegate. And here you don't need to do light trail mode dot user description, just do user description. So you need to look for func save replacement metadata. Yes, this is the one that is used in light trail mode to save a CI image. It's used here, presumably here, and it's used here, so it has to be in the CI image extension. Oh, 137, good. What's the problem here? Oh, you have to do the silly as string. 136, nothing wrong in this file anymore. Shouldn't show red. Nothing, oh, there is something wrong here. Yeah, this should be self. $135. We made like 57 videos or so without a compiler. It's not surprising we accumulated a few hundred compiler errors. Okay, this is good. This is good. Here there are some. If current mode, so you have to ask the main controller. We don't have a reference to main controller. How were we getting the current mode earlier? We had a helper function, I guess. Oh. What was the problem here? Oh, it was called current mode type. Yes. Okay, no compiler errors in this file. Yeah, this is quite something to work on. Missing argument for parameter video in call. What? I have no idea what this means. You don't need this because it's an extension on URL. It can access self. So here what it can call is extension data. Yeah, all of these will call ph photo library dot this one, perform changes. Does this work? Yes. Asset collection. That can also be made file private, I guess. Yeah, it is file private. So what's the problem? Oh, this is why I don't like statics. We should consider moving some of these out, but anyway, we'll do that in a different commit. Are there any errors? No. On 36, 127. What's this called? Better location manager dot shared. Okay. Down to 126. Cannot convert value of type int. Wait, what is frames taken? Where did it come from? It's a uint. Oh, I've converted it to an int, but I should convert it to this data type. Cannot convert value of to cm time scale. Okay, fine. For new video. URL has no member for oh. CV pixel buffer has no member size. Okay, we'll work on that. Is it called render? No. Okay. Oh, one more parenthesis, or rather brace, that has gone crazy. Don't tell me I have missed one more. Extension CV pixel buffer. Here in the width, height, oh, there's no size, we just have width and height. Okay. Transform to fit. Okay, never mind. Let's not look at the whole world here. output buffer, yeah, CG size, width will be output buffer dot width, height will be, there'll be some type thing, you have to convert it to CG float. Excuse me. CG size does take a width and a height. Where did focus go? Do I need to import core graphics? There are 120 errors. No, that didn't help. I think it's just this CG float. There you go. The compiler just couldn't figure out the suggestion. Okay. This file is good. Duration. I think the Blender no, show necessary hits. It takes a duration. What does it do based on the duration? The tripod hint doesn't use the duration, neither does this. Show wait to record hint. So only for time lapse mode. And there is no light trail mode, long exposure mode here. So we can remove this parameter. Okay. This compiles. What's the problem here? Camera has no member device. Yes, you have to do camera.session.device. Oh my god. Do we have a reference to the burst mode? Oh, we have it here. Okay. It's just this. When I was making these changes without the compiler in VS Code, sometimes it auto-completed to the class name instead of the variable name. It's as trivial as that. Oh, down to 114. Okay. These are new things that Apple has added. Huh? Yeah, I think this is needed actually. I'm jumping back and forth. Let me just look at this. What member has not been initialized? Let camera should be initialized. Long exposure mode, blender, and analytics are. Is that the problem? It should tell you what is not initialized here. No, that's not the problem. Let's go through it carefully. These are functions. These three are initialized. This is initialized. This is initialized. These are all computed properties. Yeah, I mean, it has this annoying thing where sometimes you just have to call super dot in it. Then it will work. Yeah. So this does not seem to be the issue. Yeah. The compiler auto initializes them to nil. I moved this one line up. I wanted a gap between the comment and the code so that people don't interpret the comment to apply to this code. Okay. This is used in here also. Oh. This is all using self. Yeah, this has to move to the other files, as simple as that. Are we down from 113 to 112? Yes, we are. Awesome. Yeah, model name. What model name? UI device. Excuse me. Yeah, did we move this elsewhere? Oh, we just removed it? Strange. We should add it after this. Okay, 108 errors. I think I have a solution to this problem. Let this class not implement mode. Let the light, oops. Let the light trail mode implement or conform to, as iOS calls it, and time lapse mode. Okay, down from 118 to 110. Yeah. Hundred and eight, excellent. This doesn't necessarily help. Okay. I have a hacky solution. Private var self as mode. It returns a mode. If let m equal to self as light trail mode, return m, or return self as time lapse mode. This shouldn't be required. This is a hack. So actually you should make it conform to mode, but when you do, you can't implement these, some of these. So okay, 106. Type of self as mode. So basically here we are saying that abstract video mode, every instance of abstract video mode has to be an instance of either light trail mode or time lapse mode. These are the two concrete subclasses of this abstract class. So that is why it's a mode, even though this doesn't conform to a mode. The other way of doing it is, this is one way of doing it. No, I think this is too much of a hack. I don't like this. Is to make it a mode and make these two just inherit from this. So sometimes you have to write hacky code. You just have to make a judgment call which is less hacky. Now you'll get a compiler error. Why does it not confirm? Where is this? I wish I could search through these. Yeah, we'll just do it manually. We have a mode here. Does this have a user description? No, it doesn't. So we'll give it one. Var user description. The following are there just to satisfy the compiler. What else do you need? Firebase name is locked. Okay, 105. No, 111. Okay, at least this file compiles now. Oh great, now you have to go around adding these keywords. Earlier it made us remove these keywords. Okay, 105. Yeah, let's just add these. Overlay cancelled. So it should come here. I don't even know what the difference is. Switch error. Purchase result. SK error, okay. Apple writes these dumb documentations. I've seen a lot of this at Google as well. You have a person with a get age and the comment says returns an age. So, when you have a style guide, people often stop applying their judgment. So, what I'm trying to figure out is how is payment cancelled different from overlay cancelled? Since there is no documentation, I'll assume they are the same. Are there 7 errors now? Command Shift K is clean. Now let's do a build. The device is not allowed to make the payment. It's the user, not the device, right? Earlier it was giving us a list of these things that are missing. Don't know why that's not happening. Okay, let me move on to some other files. Is Delhi better for this scene? Yeah, this, hey, wait, this is not private. So the first thing is this should not be in this section. We should remove these. We should just qualify it by saying camera dot is Delhi better for this scene. And 4 errors. You have to pay attention to these so that you know whether you are making progress or regressing. Okay, 103, not bad. Camera dot session dot device. This number keeps fluctuating. It shows 101. Earlier it just increased in a few seconds. Okay. Buffer. Should we call it photo dot width? Yes. AV capture photo. I think it gives you a CV pixel buffer. It's called pixel buffer, yes. Photo dot buffer dot width. Pixel buffer. If let 97, nice, we are below 100. Okay, I don't need to keep doing a build. I can just watch the number decrease as I make changes. It's an extension on date. Yeah, this is silly. It should be an extension on string. So we are at 97. Now we are at 96. $95. This is this annoying thing in Swift where if you have mode and you have some default things, you can't use it on the mode. What you have to do is you have to use it on an instance of the class, which doesn't make sense because all of them have the same function. Anyway, what we are going to do is we are going to make this global. We'll have to reevaluate this. Should mode be a protocol or a class? In theory, a protocol is better because it insulates better. It ensures that the implementation doesn't sneak in here. But in practice, that doesn't seem to be working out for us. Because one problem that we have faced is we have had to make all of these not class, which again doesn't make sense because these are the implementations of this should not have access to self. So ideally you should have class. Okay, let me just move on to something else. CG size. File private extension CG size static var infinite, which returns a CG size, which returns CG rect dot infinite dot size. Somehow Apple didn't define the accessor here. So to get an infinite size, you ask the rect for an infinite rectangle and then you ask the rectangle for its size. Okay, 94. Low noise settings on the device. Okay, let's see where. It is used here and in frame producer. In the AV capture device, you have this low noise settings, which is also used in frame producer. Yeah, so it can't be in a private extension clearly. here which one are we using? We are using the 2 argument function. This is the 2 argument version. This is a single argument version. This is a 2 argument version. This is a single argument version. Okay, never mind. We'll just take this 2 argument version and we'll move it to AV capture device extension. Okay, 92. Yeah, see, now when you don't make it class, you have a problem here, which is you can't ask the mode, the ideal exposure duration. You have to have a reference to an object of this type, but we don't. And you should not pass too many things into any function. It should have the minimum that it needs logically. In this case, it needs to know what type of mode it is, like is it a long exposure mode or something else. It shouldn't need to know this. It shouldn't need to know the exact object of it. I don't know what design principle it is, but yeah, shouldn't pass too much into a function. Should just pass the minimum it needs, because otherwise one is the code becomes hard to understand, and tomorrow you can have a bug where you can do something with the extra information that you're not supposed to have in the first place. It's the same reason why companies maintain confidentiality, right? People could do something with the information they're not required to have. It's the same principle here. So I think we should make this a class. It's okay, if you forget to implement one of them, you will get a runtime failure. Static typing is not perfect. Don't try to write perfect statically typed code. But before I do this, let me fix all the other issues. We'll just go through all of these. We'll see which of them can be traced back to the class versus protocol issue, and we'll ignore the others. Yeah, what has happened to ettable? Ettable should be in the scope. I think we just forgot to include it in the Xcode proj file. Is there a way to synchronize the Xcode proj? Sync. Someone has a suggestion to remove everything and re-add. Okay, never mind. It should be in UI. Oh, have we deleted it? Yeah, we've even deleted it from version control, strangely. So anyway, we can re-add this easily because it has just one function. So that's what we're going to do. UI, new file. just a Swift file, ethable.swift. Always keep the group in sync with the folder. This is on the file system, this is in the Xcode UI, which is kind of annoying, but yeah. Protocol ethable get, that's it. What's the problem now? Okay, this is the same. Yeah, we were going through the compiler errors. This should go away. Yes. Preview ettu. Ettu is Telugu for height. I think it must be in the same. It's not here also. What? It wasn't compiling even originally? Preview ettu. Let's see if we can rewrite it. Is it in preview view? Yeah, we don't need to handle this case. Oh, otherwise Apple will reject the app. Oh man, app review is stupid. There's no etto here. Oh, this is in the AV capture device. Okay, fine. We were looking at that, now we got sidetracked into this. Correct exposure. Where correct exposure? Okay, that is in the AV capture device. So now the trick is to get, oh, it should just be self. That's it. Oh, forgot to rename the boolean. See now, okay, it just takes a second or two to update. Okay, fine. Oh, this magical error message has come again. Earlier it was not telling us what the cases are, right? Let me just take a screenshot of these. Oops. Okay, overlay invalid configuration. Okay, whatever. I think we have this. Why are we even doing all this? Can't we just do this? Then it should be exhaustive, right? Oh, no, no. Default. I don't even know why we are going through all of these. We are just printing. Here we are breaking, which is so this is when the user taps the purchase button in the UI to purchase the in-app purchase. And then we call this helper library and we get an error. So this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to figure out which error codes are beyond the user's control. Because if it is a case of, for example, the network connection failing, we don't want to penalize the user. We want to err in his favor and let him use the app. Overlay timeout. Like, I don't know why we are printing this, but that's a different conversation. Timeout can just mean the user has stared at the screen without confirming it. Ineligible for offer. Why on earth is he ineligible for an offer? Well, if he's ineligible for the offer, that's his problem. When developers don't have good documentation, they write code that doesn't do what the user expects. Unsupported platform. The current platform doesn't support overlays. I don't give a shit. Unsupported platform. Only if we know for sure it's a user's fault do I want to give him the benefit of doubt and let him use the app. Overlay, I think all of them should have been handled now. I think if you just scroll here somewhere, you'll find. It'll be here. Okay, when we find it, we'll find it. This is just 4x3 times. So is the height. Return window dot width, window dot bounds dot width, Okay, I think we'll commit here and call it a day. This is, let's do it in this tool, because we can stage and unstage here. Here we are just using an int. We'll stage this. Burst saver. These are all except for this. I don't want to. Oh, you can click this to partially select. This I want. This I don't want yet. Because as we work out this protocol versus class thing, we don't want to make temporary changes, commit them, then revert them. What? This messed up the file. Burst saver. Line 94 or 93. See? User description. We have just moved things around. Yeah, this we will not be committing. All these will be committing. Yeah, this will be committing. We didn't make any. Oh, this should be committed in its entirety. Liquid shutter controller. Yeah, this should be committed. Main controller. Yeah, this shouldn't. This I don't want to commit. Commit this, and commit this, and commit this, and commit this, because this goes back to that whole class versus whatever thing. And yes, we'll commit this, this, and this, everything except these. Okay, we are done with abstract video mode. We'll move on to this. Will stage this and this, not the rest. In light trail mode, we'll stage this and this. In long exposure mode, okay, we'll stage this. Actually, we can stage this also. In mode, this is the thing we are not sure about. This we want stage. In time lapse mode, ethable is staged, ethable label is staged. Main view, yeah, this we want stage. In rotating container, this is staged. In IAP service, fix some compiler errors. Commit, push, are there anything else we can push here? No, 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 no. Oh, we have redundant things? No, I don't think so. Yeah, let's stage this. I think this red implies that, I don't know. Oh, it's showing twice here. This is annoying. Yeah, see, the same thing is showing here. We made capital C, small c. This can be committed. 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 Fix some compiler errors. Push. And we'll discard all of these. Okay, this is good. In Xcode, I don't think we have anything else to do for now. We'll have a bunch of errors, we'll fix them. And I'll see you guys in the next video.